people bending broken rules. I loved that line. It was like, holy crap, you know, broken rules, and people are like within systems, institutions, whatever, like they're actually breaking broken, bending broken rules.
Well, when you think about it
It's truth.
literally,
It's
that
truth.
doesn't make sense.
No, but you can't think about things
It's
literally, like
already
in
broken.
lyrics.
There's no need to bend it.
But that's to make things worse. I mean, when you think about that line, right? It's like the word worse is like, that's it. Like that is the bottom, boom, So it's like, well, to make things worse. Well, if things were already worse, you can't really make them any more worse. Well, maybe
Okay,
you
I
can
got you.
argue.
I
So
got
in a
you.
way, it's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and that guy over there is Chris. And Chris, I have a feeling you're going to give me a really great song tonight.
I got that feeling too. I got a song called "Everything Is Broken."
Oh, Bob Dylan. Cool.
Could be. This is actually a version by Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Throwing me the curveball. I struck out on that one, man. Huh? I assumed it was Dylan.
No, you got the you got the right song. I mean, you knew
Now
the
I
song.
know Kenny Wayne Shepherd. There's actually a song that I've been sort of toying around with on my list for you, and I don't know that version. So cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the song well. So let me go check it out, man. Come back and tell you what I think about his version.
All right, we'll see.
Broken
Play it. Woo!
That's great.
Hey, so that's actually one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs, which
too.
came around later on, right, in his career, and
Yeah, yeah.
as his voice is changing, and I'm dealing with that and all like that, and he comes out with this real groovy rocker kind of
Mhm.
blues, and I love it. I love it, you know. And Kenny Wayne, he just basically took it and didn't want to really mess around with it too much, within the same
But
sort
that
of
guitar
feel,
playing,
and
man.
but decided, hey man, I'm not gonna change. You know, I'm gonna go with the whole kind of still feel and the structure, but and it's a rocker. And I'm gonna bring out the rock. I'm gonna bring out the guitar. I'm gonna
He
bring it out. I'm gonna
certainly
just,
did that. Yeah.
pay homage to Dylan's great song by putting a really nasty, freaking fun guitar. And it was absolutely great. You know, so again, great song. Didn't do anything to ruin the song, even enhanced it with great guitar, and got a good vocalist too. And I wonder if in your homework you do know the name of the guitar of the vocalist, because again, when I'm touring around with this one song for you, and it seems like he has his vocalist that he's been that they've been together sort of for a long
I
time, and I
thought he
wonder,
was singing.
but his vocals sound a little different than what I know this guy to sound like, some other songs. So I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it doesn't say. It really doesn't say.
Hey, that could be the mystery. That could be the mystery.
But
That's
he
fine.
is a singer. He is a singer too. So
So maybe
it
this is Kenny
probably
Wayne.
is him singing.
Maybe
Yeah.
this is Kenny Wayne. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it. I don't know a lot of Kenny Wayne Shepherd stuff, but
I don't too. Although recently, like I said, I just this one song has put me on a little bit of a path. Not this song though. He's a great guitarist too. And so let's talk about. Oh my God, yeah, it was great. It was fun. It's a great song.
absolutely.
Has really good things to really say. Broken words never meant to be spoke. Everything is broken. Of course, that's
you ever
the name.
feel that way? Like you know that everything is broken.
Yeah.
But that it seems like when something breaks, other things stop breaking too.
Yeah, but like I was even thinking, like this is kind of. I mean, you could point this in so many different directions. I mean, even political, but like people bending broken rules. I loved that line. It was like, holy crap, broken rules, and people are like within systems, institutions, whatever. Like they're actually breaking bending broken rules.
Well, when you think about it, literally,
it's
that
true.
doesn't make sense.
No, but you can't think about things literally.
It's already
like in
broken.
lyrics.
There's no need to bend it.
But that's to make things worse. I mean, when you think about that line, right? It's like the word worse is like, that's it. Like that is the bottom, boom, so it's like, well, to make things worse. Well, if things were already worse, you can't really make them any more worse. Well, maybe you can argue. So in a way, it's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's a song and it's lyrics and it's song, it's a lyrics, so I mean, you can, yeah. Hey, he's breaking the rules. Bob Dylan's actually breaking the rules by putting that line in. So there you go.
We would have been breaking the rules if we did his version of this song on this channel. You know that.
If we would have had, yeah. Why? Because we would have.
Yeah, copyright stuff.
Absolutely. I want to make sure I was on. Yeah. We wouldn't. Nobody would be seeing us talk like this right now.
Right.
So yeah, just really good. So. Is this one of your favorite Bob Dylan songs? And you I remember. How did you know about this version?
I remember when it came out, which was like in 80, I think 89. And this version came out in 97. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But back in 89, I was like, and I think that's when the Traveling Wilburys started out too. So some stuff came. I think if I remember correctly, some stuff came out by the Traveling Wilburys, and this came out too. And I was like, is that Traveling Wilburys? And I found out it was Bob Dylan of course he's a member of Traveling Wilburys, but I was like, all right, there you go, man. That's, I just really like the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and for Bob, to have Bob Dylan doing popular rocker. It's kind of rare as far as an actual rocker goes like that.
Yeah.
And he's written them, he's done them before,
Yeah.
but I did not expect that to hear that and come out in 1989.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, all
No,
of a
I'm
sudden,
the
oh,
same way.
Bob Dylan, you know,
Well,
it can surprise you.
and personally for me, his voice was getting. He never had a great voice, but he had the Bob Dylan voice that worked for work.
You know,
And then his voice.
I saw him sometime in the 90s, and
Yeah.
his voice was actually good, and he was real upbeat, man. It was
His, you know,
surprised.
Yeah, but that's a lot of that's how a lot of his concerts went too. He either had a great concert or then he had a bad concert in his vocals or this and that. He was also too big on like changing. If you expect to go into a concert to listen to a Bob Dylan song the way you heard it on the radio, check out the door because that was never going to
Right.
happen. He was always going to
Right.
be changing. So that said, but back to the song though. Yeah, I was kind of like. I thought Bob Dylan was kind of almost done. He, I've thought that a few times, and then he just comes out like with a song like this, or, then he's had some other songs too, like in the '90s and stuff. He just every once in a while he comes up with something that I think he just put something out like several months ago that I haven't really dove into it, but I've heard a couple of things, and I'm like, he's still relevant. He's still Bob Dylan, man, playing some really interesting music, so but this is just like you said, a rocker, and this was a great sort of for Kenny Wayne just to take and go, I'm just gonna have some
Yeah, he
fun with
really
this
cut loose
thing and
on
just
this.
rock it. Yeah, that guy is really good from what I'm hearing, and like I said, I'm diving into some of his stuff now, and it's like, yeah, this guy is good. And it's really interesting because I think about like Pat Metheny, and I think about Joe Satriani and some other good guitarists who really are like not really attached to a band. They kind of like do their own stuff with like that. And some of those guys have like a jazz feel. They do some rock. They kind of spread out. He may do some some jazz. He might do some, but I mean the stuff that I've heard from him, man, it's just rock. He just has that. To me, his guitar playing is like a throwback. To some of the rock guitarists that you and I grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, loving, because we loving like a lot of that stuff, man. So it was very like attractive to my ears. Absolutely. So I want to like
Cool.
really get into more
Glad
of
you
Kenny
liked him,
Wayne
man.
Shepherd stuff. And this is a great song, man. This is really good. When did you catch wind of this? This is just something that sort of at some point you just kind of because you left the
I
song.
think this is from. I think it's from. There was a tribute album, a Bob Dylan tribute album that all these other artists, they each took a song,
Okay.
right? And I think this is from that.
Ah, cool.
I'm pretty sure. So I've known this for a number of years now.
Okay. I wonder if that's the same one that was on PBS and they filmed it and all these artists came on.
There's so many of them. There's a lot of them though.
Yeah.
PBS did it, huh? I'm gonna have to check that out.
PBS had something, several years back, and it was great.
Okay.
I was like, these guys are getting on stage and they're doing their renditions of Bob Dylan songs, and I was like, this is fantastic. Some of the songs I'm like, I never really thought about a rock kind of sound, So yeah, and now I actually have to remind myself. I reminded myself about that. So, cool. So I'm gonna take us out, man. And say this is a really good choice.
Okay.
I really enjoyed this. Thanks, man. And to everyone out there, we really hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. That'd be great. And sub with us. That'd be fantastic too. And we'll see everyone on the next episode of Into the Music.
See you.